Hey there Flosstube, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I have had, and I have noticed, a little jump in my subscribers the last week or so. So welcome, I hope you find everything I have to share enjoyable and that you'll stick around. My first port of call, is Sunday the 22nd of January today of the year 2023. And this is Flosstube number 131. My first thing is to apologise for the past week or so. I will do a little bit of explaining. I couldn't do a Flosstube last weekend. It's not that I couldn't, it was more I was on standby for phone calls and stuff because one of my nephews, he's 15, had a bit of a funny turn on Friday. Not Friday just gone, the Friday before. I got a phone call off my brother to say he'd gone to hospital because his legs had gone out from underneath him and he just kind of hit the floor. They took him to hospital. He had a seizure. Then over the course of the next few hours he had two more. He's not a known epileptic, he's never had a seizure before, so this was way unusual. And then sort of as Saturday progressed he had yet more. I think he had 5 altogether from Friday to Saturday. Obviously my brother stayed at the hospital with him all day Saturday, as well as his mum, and then like in the evening he'd gone home because my brother and her aren't together anymore, so she stayed. He went home with his wife, and then I got a rushed phone call later on that evening to say he'd crashed. They were trying to get his heart back up. His heart rate for some reason had just plummeted. They've got no idea why, but it did. They managed to stabilise him, and then later on it happened again. I think that was like 2:30 in the morning. I said I'd leave my phone on so if anything happened he could contact me and let me know, or you know, if he just needed to talk. I was there, and he did. He rang me about 2:30 in the morning. Gave me such a shock. I even turned my ringer down on my phone, but it still made me jump out of my skin. Yeah, that was to say his heart had plummeted again and they'd rushed him into resus. He's had CTs, he's had MRIs, he's had ECGs, EEGs, you name it. He's had a lumbar puncture too. You name it, he's had it. And over the course of this week, we honestly thought we were going to lose him. He seemed to not come round, but he seemed to perk up over the course of a few hours, and we thought, oh, perhaps this is, you know, the end of it. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, sort of in the evening, he's gone again. His heart rate plummeted. I mean, I think at one point his heart rate was about 39 beats per minute, which is extremely, extremely low. But he's done nothing but sleep. He'll be awake for 10, 15 minutes at a time, maybe. At a push, 20. But then he's just straight back out to sleep again, so it's hard, really, really hard. We honestly did think we were going to lose him at one point. So touch wood. I mean, he got moved from our local hospital to a big children's hospital a few miles away because they thought he was bad. And he's not really improved up till now. But there's nothing I can do. I'm here for my brother and, you know, his wife and his ex, if necessary, you know. It's I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I honestly wouldn't. He's such a good kid. But it has been a tough week, really tough week, especially for my brother. He's lost a lot of sleep, understandably, but he needs to keep his strength for both his wife and his son. So yeah, that's what's been going on here. It's been crazy. Touch wood, he gets better. He's got another MRI booked for tomorrow, so we'll wait and see what the results of that are. But anyway, I will get straight into the stitching because that's what you're here for. I have done a considerable amount. Also, the parcels that I was waiting for, they came in at last. It was a long wait for those, I tell you. These Royal Mail strikes, I've got a lot to answer for. especially when I'm ordering stuff, you know. I like it quick. Anyway, so yeah, I have done a fair bit of stitching. I just didn't do a video because I needed my phone in case he needed to ring me or contact me or anything. Whereas today I think we're okay. He's pretty stable at the minute, so I can do a video now. But it meant I was stitching more, probably I was just stress, something to keep my mind busy. So I'll just jump straight. I have got the little bit of haul like I said as well. Let's start from the beginning. I've touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different projects. Actually I've missed those 2, so I've 12 projects. 3 of those are stamped cross stitch kits and the rest are my normal whips. So the first one is this one. It is the Christmas Owls. Sorry about the glare, my window's behind you. I forget where that came from. I know it was Ellie's, but forget where it came from. Anyway, I haven't touched it in a little while. She didn't want to do it anymore, so you'll be amazed what I've picked up over this past week and just waiting for news. I've just grabbed whatever I could. Anyway, this is where I'm at now. I did jump down and fill in some more of this red on the owl. Not a great deal, but you know, slowly we'll get there. This is on, I think it's 14 count, but it's whatever came in the kit. So that's that one. You'll be surprised, even Ellie and Riley have done a little bit of stitching this past week. Actually, I'll put it down there because I've got that one to actually I'm going to share that one with you next, just because it's so blinking huge. Let me just grab my tablet. I did have it unlocked ready, but I didn't mean to do that. No PDF. So I'm going to show you this one next. It is my Once Upon a Fairy Tale super size, but not max colour, by Amy Stewart, charted by Haid, and I have dropped down to here. I'm filling, because the top shelf seems to come in 2 rows of pages, so I'm just going to work from shelf to shelf from now on. So I'm working on this bottom half of this top line, and it covers the shelf as well. So this is one of my biggest BAPs. If you're new, a BAP is a big ass project. And you'll see. If you've not seen this before, you probably have, because I know there's a few people stitching it. This is where I'm at. So like I said, I'm just filling in the bottom half of this, and this is the shelf right here. So I'm going to finish there, even though I did drop down. I was just using what's left of the thread because I didn't need it anymore over here, so I just dropped down and used it down there. This is on 25 count, 1/1/4 cross on 25 count, easy count. And I did 2,028 stitches. And you can sort of, I've been filling in the bottom half of him right here. He's sitting there playing his little ukulele or whatever it is, and he's got his legs crossed. That's what those black things are. It took me a while to realise till I filled in the bits. But if you've not seen this before, let me just show you just how big it is. Okay, I'll have to go this side for now, and then I'll swap over. So there's, oops, there's that, and then as we go along, I'm hoping I'm still in frame. And there. So it is one heck of a project. I can just see through the fabric. I can't even fit it all in the screen, but I've got it on my biggest key snap. I want one a little bit bigger, I think. That one I love. So that's that one. Then, if I do them in order of what I've got them on there, I don't get lost. Then there's this one. This is my artisy piece by Leonid Afromov. It's called Misty Mood 2. Love these colours. I've liked his artwork for a while. I just never bought one. I've seen so many people doing his the anger one. I forget what it's called. But anyway, the colours attract me to all of his pieces. I didn't do a great deal, but I did do 627 stitches. And this is where I am at. This is also 25 count even weave. So I've just been sort of filling in the empty holes in this corner, and then whatever's left of the thread, working down with it. So that's that one. I can't wait to hit sort of the oranges and the reds when I move further over. Looking forward to that. So that's that one. And done that one. Now I'll come back to that. This one. I have got some plans as well. I hadn't made any sort of coming into the new year, but sort of as I've been, oh dear, as I've gone through my whips, through my whip parade. No, it was after that. Yeah, I'll explain it after, because it was down to someone else that I chose to do what I've done. Oh, my zip's falling off. I zipped it up and I forgot to pull the picture out. Anyway, it is this one, Felicia, artwork by Hannah Disney, charted by Haid. So colourful this one is. I've actually missed her. When I got her out, I actually worked on her for a few days. I don't know what stopped me in the first place. I just wasn't feeling it, but then when I got it out, I think I did about 4 days. Beg your pardon, only 3. No, don't sit it up because I've got to get it back in. Let me just take it out the hoop. Just because. Anyway, I did 1,285 stitches on here. So I've filled in a bit more of this very light blue on her tail. And then I've started, I think it's 939 in her hair by the black. I've been filling it in. As you can tell, it's more chunky up here than it is down here. This is also on 25 count even weave. The only thing I need for this one is the Krynic. I haven't got it yet, but the Krynic, where did I start the pink? Oh, in her arm here. I'm not sure if you can see that. Just there, it's 819, it's very baby pink. And most of this is Krynic then, with a bit of baby pink around it, so I need to get the Krynic so I can fill in her arms and face and stuff. But I did enjoy her while I had her out, so she may come out again. Well, I'll explain her with my plans, because she's part of it, so I will put that there. The next one, oh yeah, this one, I'll have to show you this on my tablet because I don't have the cover picture. Not sure why, I thought I put one in there, but apparently not. It is this one, and it is the gamer piece, the stitch along I was doing. Well, it wasn't a stitch along when I did it, they were at the end, but it was a stitch along. I come in at the end, so it's not a stitch along anymore, but it's by Pick Stitch and it's called The Pixels That Made Us. If you're new, I'm stitching two of this simultaneously. So each one is the same place as the other one. So I work a colour on one, I work the same colour on the other one, and then I pick up a new colour and do it on both. So this is where I am at now. I did 162 stitches on each. So I always record the stitches on one, but then I know I've done it on both. So here's the other one. So they are both in exactly the same place. And I can see these so much better on camera than I can when I'm staring at them. They look awesome. I just need to get a move on. These are both on 18 count Ada, 2/1. And they're coming along nicely. But honestly, I don't think I've ever said, but the colours in this, there are Way too many. Way too many. And that's not all of them. There's some in there as well. So you can imagine when you're stitching it, the little the little places you do have colour are small. So I'm going to put that one now over there. I can't even zip that one up. What's next? The 1 Point Mind. I was invited to this one last year. Was it last year? Beginning of last year or the end of the year before. I know they got in touch with me and said, would you like to do it? I've zipped it. No, I won't. I'll go into my drive actually, because I have the last picture there of where what the whole thing looks like, I think. Because I've only got it up to, hang on, 1st of December. Is that the one? Yes. Okay. It won't let me zoom in. There we go. So it is this one. It was the sampler for 2022 called Be Beautiful. And it shows it obviously all now. I think on the cover picture I have at the minute, I'm missing these 2 blocks at the bottom. So yeah, I am behind, but I am catching up. I don't think I have it. Oh no, that's why. With a stitch along, you get the pieces in every month. So when I put them into Pattern Keeper, when I finish one, I then have to delete that one to add the next month's piece, because the next month's piece isn't on the one you were just working on. So I finished the 1 month, and without recording how many stitches I'd done, I deleted it. So I don't know how many stitches I've done. I know I did 558 last Sunday, but then I've worked on it since then and finished the one section and not noted how many stitches I did. So let's put that down there a minute. This is where I'm at now. There we go. It just fits in. So I finished all of this. The second dark line at the bottom. So Riley keeps walking at the window and it creates a shadow. The second line straight across, that's the part of this next section at the bottom, and it ends here. So I've just got to fill in all of that. So I finished all of this, but I made a doo-doo. I don't even know how I did it, right? You see this middle sideways petal in the middle? Well, they're like flowers, aren't they? So this middle bit here, this middle bit here. These 3 are all the same colour. Those 3 are all a different colour. No idea how I did it, and am I going to change it? No. Unless you really stare at it, you wouldn't have noticed. I still have yet to fill in all the back stitch on here. I will get round to it, I will. So yeah, I know I've done well over 558 stitches, because I finished it and deleted it. Oh well, I can keep recording it from now. Silly, isn't it? Just, you don't think and you just do something, and afterwards you kind of go, oh, never mind, it's done. It is what it is. So that's that one. I do plan to finish that one really soon. Really soon. Right, the next one I'm going to show you. This one has been the bane of my existence for the past 4 days. When I bought this, I bought it from, I believe it's Lakeside Needlecraft. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it is. And it was this one, Carolyn Manning's Alexandrite. Love the colours in it, the blues, the purples. So I only had the paper pattern. Now, trying to kind of mark off and work from one page to the next, it's just awkward. I don't mind it, but this one, there's that much colour change and it drove me nuts. So I spent the last, we'll say 4 days, I finished it yesterday, copying it into Floss Cross. so that I could download it as a PDF and then, excuse me, put it into Pattern Keeper. Do you know how many times I had to alter something to then download it again, excuse me, and then put it into Pattern Keeper again 10 times, because some of the symbols Pattern Keeper doesn't recognise, so I had to go back into Flosscross then, change the symbol just to go download it again, put it into Pattern Keeper to see if it had taken it. I think there was 5 symbols it wouldn't recognise. So 4 days it has taken me to put it all in, to then change symbols, to then put it into Pattern Keeper, to realise that Flosscross, when you have a PDF, you take it out and you put it into Pattern Keeper, it takes off the top row and the left row. No idea why. So I had to go back into Flosscross to add an extra row all round just so it worked in Pattern Keeper. And it does now. So, let me show you. Sorry, I didn't mean to knock you if I did. Come on. So, I got her in. She's there. It worked, thankfully. So it should be easy to count my stitches now and work through it, because there's just that many colour changes, and I'm not going to try and count stitches that are on a piece of paper. So anyway, I digress a lot. So this is where I am at now, and because I did it all on paper beforehand, I have no idea how many stitches I did. Not yet. And I've been writing on the fabric because this is part of my plans for this year, which I'll explain at the end. But she looks good. She does look good. And I do enjoy it, these tiny little blocks of colour. It's nice. It really is nice. It's not like a massive block of block colour or confetti. It's kind of a mixture, isn't it? So I don't mind that. So I'll put that down there because she's part of plans this year. Paperwork. No. So that's that one. Then we have her other one that I have. Did I even write down how many I did? Yeah, 467 on this one. So it's this one. It's called Shooting Star from the Shooting Star collection. And the colours yet again. So vibrant. Love it. So, like I said, it's another Carolyn Manning. And I believe both of these are worked on 18 count. I am correct. That one's just a plain 18 count Ada. This is an 18 count easy count. And this is where we're at now. Obviously I will have put all the pictures in of where they were the last time you saw them. So you're not just seeing them now and going, okay, I don't know how many she did on there. I just don't say it anymore. They'll just be there. But it's looking good. I am enjoying it. So I have plans for this one as well. So I will share all that at the end. Oops. Actually, I'll put that back there now because I've moved all my cross stitches. What am I on now? Let's go for the two. Sorry, Banks, didn't mean to scare you. Three of my stamped kits. Where's the third one? What did I do with it? Oh yes, there. Sorry for the crinkling, they are still all in their original bags. The first one I've worked on is my Disney Princess one, stained glass, from VIP Cross Stitch, I think. So it is a big one. This is 11 count. Ow! I've got a split on my thumb and I'm not sure how it's got there or what I did, but it's sore. Anyway, it doesn't want to let me pick it up. That's where I'm at with this one. I've got a lot of black that needs to be filled in around here, and that'll give me some idea of how the rest of it's going to look when I start filling it in. But to say it's huge, I can't even get it all in camera. Almost. But yeah, it is a humongous thing. But nice to work on. Especially when you've got so much on your mind and you're stressed. You don't want to have to think about your stitches or counting them and where they've got to go and stuff. Helps if I put the pattern back in. Okay, so the second one, this is an old one. This is probably one of the first kits I ever received. And it is this one, the two little gnomes. It's a cushion kit, and if I remember right, it's the one that actually all came sewn together, and I had to pick it apart and tell them you can't put a cushion together. Someone's going to stitch on it because you can't stitch through. Yeah, they took it on board, and I think they've sorted it now. So this one's had a fair bit of work on it, mostly in the evening. So let me just pull it close. You can see I've been working more on this cream colour, and then I've been jumping in and filling in the red on his hat. But I've been trying to break this down because it's a lot of yellow on there, which will be cream. But what I like about this is this fabric is so soft, it's easy to kind of manipulate and bend, and it's great. Not much border on it, but there wouldn't have needed to be if there was a way I could stitch it while leaving it together. But you can't leave a cushion together if you're going to stitch on it. It's just not viable. So that's that one. So that stays upstairs now. I tend to work on that one in the evening. And then my third kit is this one. Santa and the Reindeer. So cute. This is a recent one. I started it only a week or so ago, I think. Not sure. This is another 11 count kit, but I've been trying to make a start on the background. I haven't really touched anything else on here, just that background, which is so vibrant. It almost looks like an orangey red when I stitch on it upstairs, but I think that's down to the light. But it will be awesome when it's finished. So that's that one. Now, in you go. Thank you. I don't think I've touched any of the others, have I? No, I don't think so. Anyway, I said to you guys I was going to do no new starts in 2023. I meant it when I said it, but the people that did my 1 Point Mind mystery sale for last year came out with the new one in December, ready for this year as a stitch along again over the 12 months. And I couldn't say no, because they sent the pattern for January out slightly early in December, I think. Unless they sent it out on the 1st of January. They might have done. But anyway, I couldn't say no. It was gorgeous. So, I'll have to show it you in Pattern Keeper. I haven't printed anything of it off. It is this one. Bless you, Binks. This one. Yeah, it's really darkening, isn't it? The light on my tablet. Darkening my camera. You gave you the choice. You can either stitch on... My case is falling apart. You can either stitch on black fabric and use white thread, or they gave you the option. They also charted it on white fabric with black thread. So, whereas I'm on black fabric, I'd be stitching the moon. So the black fabric would be the wolf. If you stitched it on white fabric, you'd be stitching the wolf and all the bits in between this white. And it's called Over the Moon Mystery Cross Stitch Sale. I couldn't say no. I had to have it. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So my no new starts went out the window, I think within the first few days of January, if I'm honest. It didn't last long at all. Let me just move that out of the way. So, this is where I'm at, which brings me to my bits of haul that I've been waiting for. Now the pattern came out January 1st. I noticed on their Facebook group that they were doing a new one for this year, and I went and had a look, and I think they gave you a little snippet of what it might, what a part of it might look like, I think, and then that's when I decided that I was going to take part. Anyway, this is 14 count black Ada. I don't know what this is going to do for the camera because the light outside is fading, and I've done 508 stitches so far. Yes, that one is meant to be there. It leads on to something else over here, so I haven't just placed one for the sake of it somewhere. Fabric's a bit creased. But yeah, 14 count black Ada. And I love how it looks already. I really do. I am enjoying this one already. I'm just hoping there's not as much back stitch in it as there was the other one, because that sort of put me off that one. But I am determined to finish it. So regarding my haul, buy me a coffee, not buy me a coffee, the other one. Abra bought me a coffee, and I might just have to put my lamp on for this because I'm not sure how well you're going to see these. So I have 3 lots of threads. Do you know what? I think I'm going to put my lamp on. If that affects it, I'm sorry. But that's one. I'm trying to show you who it was from. It's called Pink Raspberry. And it is gorgeous. It's very, very slightly variegated. I think you can see that actually. Yeah, you can. That's awesome. But I don't know how to say her name. Ilini Designs. It's I-L-I-N-I. Not sure, but that's the first one. They're not cheap either, these things. They cost like £2.50 a thread, if not a bit more. I don't remember. I was meant to show you them last weekend, but with everything that went on, I didn't because, you know, I didn't do a video. So they've been here a couple of weeks now. They didn't arrive before my last Flosstube, but they were there, I think, the day after. So there's this one. This one is Moderate Raspberry. I kept them all in the same line. This one's very, very slightly variegated, not much. And then we have this one, which is Very Light Raspberry. And that one is also extremely lightly variegated. I'm not sure. Oh, you can see that. It is very, very lightly variegated. So all 3. Huh? No, that's the darkest one. Oh my days. All 3 complement each other. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. And then obviously this huge piece of black Ada, which is going to be what the sal, I can see you, you can see me, what the sal is going to be on. Now, I did play a bit of fabric chicken with this piece. It needed to be, well, they recommended, it was something like 26 by 29. It's slightly longer than it is wide. But this piece, if I wanted it the next size up, which would have been ideal, it was an extra £5. So I played a bit of fabric chicken, and I've got about this much to work with on the top and on the bottom. The sides are a bit wider, but I'm not bothered. I'm going to sew this. I'm just going to stick a zigzag stitch straight across the top here to stop that fraying, and we should be okay. We should be good to go. But it's huge, this thing, and it's not far off that size because I bought it in almost not much bigger than the chart is going to be. So thank you so much, Abra. You allowed me a new start that I didn't want. No, not that I didn't want, that I didn't plan. I didn't want to do any new starts this year, but I saw that and I bought the fabric, and there you go. It is what it is. But thank you, Abra. Thank you so much. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy doing this one. Thoroughly enjoy it. And I've lost my threads for it. I bought B5200. I wanted whatever white was more crisp on black fabric. So I looked it up online, and most of the websites said B5200 was like the crispest. Yeah, it was the better white anyway. And I have temporarily misplaced my threads. I will find them after. That's no, they're white. It doesn't matter, I'll find them after. Anyway, before I move on to my plans, I have actually had Ellie and Riley stitch with me for a day or so. Riley first. It was Ellie, I think. But I'll show you Riley's first. It was this Spider-Man one. I apologise about the glare. It's still in the hoop because he has plans to come back to it. I did all this, but he's actually been working more on the black in here before he starts some of the colours in here, because the black's pretty straightforward. It's clear where it goes, there's no working it out. So that's that one. Whoops, I'll put that away in a minute, excuse me. And then we've got Ellie, which she really shocked me because she hasn't been interested in Pandemic for quite some time, but randomly, I don't even know why that thread's there, I need to sort that out for her. But randomly she decided to get Pandemic out. I'm not sure if I have a picture of where it was before, because I forgot to take one when she said I'm going to stitch on it. Let's just move that out the way. But if I'm correct, she's done this bird here. She's not finished yet. His tail needs filling in just a little bit more. And I believe she's done this as well. If it's not that one, it's that one. I have no idea. I know it was one of these. She finished it off and then jumped up and did the bird. This is on 14 count Ada. Although I think after everything she did up to there, she had decided she didn't like the colours, but when she got it out again, she enjoyed it. She's picked a couple more colours to go in it, so I don't know. She's doing well though. Any progress is progress, isn't it? However slow it is. She will get there one day. Okay, so my plans for 2023, apart from the one that I was not supposed to do, which was no new starts. It is what it is, isn't it? I couldn't say no, but I am going to try not to do any more new starts now. I had to do that one. It's a Sal and it's awesome. It looks amazing. So my plans. I watched Alma's Little Wonders. Was it the door? Hold on a minute, guys. Sorry about that, guys. That was Tyler at the front door. He's just come back from the weekend at his girlfriend's. So, where was I? Plans. Although I have had one new start, which is a Sal, so we're just going to ignore that one. I still don't plan on any new starts. I might kit some up ready for, I don't know, maybe next year or something. But so that means, excuse me, on my birthday I might work on one of my birthday starts that I did either last year or the year before, rather than a new start. But in terms of, that's where I was. I was saying I was watching Alma's Little Wonders here on Flosstube. She's a lovely lady and she does so many projects. Some awesome projects. But she was on about how she broke a piece, I think it was her Carolyn Manning sea glass, into 12 sections so that she could do a section a month and have it finished by the end of the year. So I thought, what a fantastic idea. I have 3 that I really want to finish this year because I want to get some finishes. These are probably the smallest ones to do. So, First of all, I haven't sectioned this one yet. I have no idea how many stitches are in it. I haven't worked any of it out. But this one, this is going to be a planned finish for this year. Although I restarted it and I haven't really done much, I am going to plan to finish it this year. So, hey, I'm throwing off. I started this. I restarted it the 4th of July 2021. It says 2021. Wow, it'll be 2 years old this year then. Just the restart alone. And when I say I haven't done much, I can't figure out which way this goes. I believe it's that way. So I've only got that little start done at the top. This is on 25 count easy count. 1/1 full cross. The first one I did was on 22 count and I didn't like it. I tried it in 1 thread and I tried it in 2 threads 10 stitch. And then 2 threads full stitch was too much, so I'm going to plan to finish that this year. I'm going to do just what Elma said and break it up into 12 sections, and then I know how much I've got to do every month. Then again, this one I haven't broken into sections. I've shown you this one already. I plan to finish it this year because it's been going for ages. Where's my little piece of paper? It's not in here. Oh no, or did I put it in there? I did, it's right at the bottom of there, look. 14th, oh my goodness. This May it'll be 3 years. And it's not even a big piece. You know, I've shown you where it's at. And the grids are there for the whole thing. So it finishes here. And at the bottom you can see as well. So it's not a massive piece. So I need to break down the stitches into 12 sections. I haven't done that yet on this one either. So there's 2 planned finishes. This one, we'll see how it goes through the year. Then we have both of my Carolyn Manning Designs ones. So I've got Alexandrite. The light has made that look really dark, and it's truly not. And I also have her other one, the Shooting Star. Now these, I've already I haven't broken into 12 sections, but I have broke the stitches down. I worked out how many there was in the whole piece, how many I needed to do every month. I divided it by 12. And it was something like 2,900 and however many stitches on top. So if I sort of aim for 3,000 a month, I can finish this at the end of the year. And the same with my Alexandrite one. So I could have both of these pieces finished this year. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, this I've already got 4,000 and something stitches on it, so technically January's done and a little bit of February. Because I haven't taken out the stitches I've already done and then divided it. I've done the whole amount of stitching there is, just because I've done some already and it would make it a little bit easier for getting January and February done. So, I mean, this one, I only know there's 4,000 on Alexandrite because I put it into Pattern Keeper yesterday. Eventually got it there into Pattern Keeper yesterday and it all worked out, and I marked off everything I've done already and it was something like 4,400 stitches, whereas this one is only like 2,700, so a couple hundred more and that'll put me right where I need to be. So that's my plans for this year, as well as my little stamped kits, because I've got a few little ones that I could probably finish. And then this one I aim to stay on top of. I didn't do so well with my other one, but I am catching up slowly. But this one, I am going to finish this in December, because the 12th piece will be out on the 1st of December, and I will have it finished before my whip parade the end of this year. I promise. I need a project bag for that one. So that's it from me, stitching wise. I hope you all enjoyed that. If you did, I would really appreciate if you gave me a big thumbs up at the end of the video. Thank you, I should have said it in the beginning, but thank you to everyone who sent me lovely messages concerning, you know, the business I had going on with my nephew and stuff, and my brother. I was touched that so many of you reached out and just wished me, you know, well and whatever, and hoped we were all okay. So I do appreciate all your messages, even if it's to do with cross stitch, not just because I've got other things going on in the background. I do truly appreciate them, and I try to answer them all, which I think I have pretty much done up till now. apart from that, I will be doing a stitch with me. Stuff with my nephew has calmed down a little bit. He has the odd little drop in heart rate and a bit of a panic and a worry, but we're doing okay at the moment. So I will be doing a stitch with me this weekend. Not this weekend. This weekend is today. I will be doing one this week. It'll be out Tuesday or Wednesday. And I've also got an unboxing video to put out as well, which will probably be tomorrow. So apart from that, thank you for watching, guys. I totally appreciate you all sticking through all this video. I forget how long it is because this section is only like 7 minutes so far. Other than that, just have a great week, guys. I hope you manage to get lots of crafting done. I'm going to try. Other than that, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.